Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, thank you all for your patience. We did a 20-minute, 18-minute eclipse adjournment, but we're back. This is the only case we have for the rest of the day. The title of this case is Siobhan Collins versus Timothy D. Hall II. You're Siobhan Collins,
Yes, sir.
and although you've got TJ, are you Timothy D. Hall?
Yes, sir.
Very good. As I indicated before we took a break, this is a claim for $5,000 plus costs. We are in the small claims division of the 3B District Court. As such, the rules are a little bit different than general civil court. First of all, neither party is allowed to have an attorney. Each party represents themselves. The claim is limited in amount to $7,000. There's no formal record being made of the proceedings, and there is no appeal from the proceeding. Any decision made here is final. Either party has the right to remove the matter from the small claims division to the general division, while the rules of evidence and procedure will apply. But this is much less formal. We're not strictly bound. I'll allow hearsay, letters without a lot of foundation, that sort of thing. But everybody is under oath. Ms. Collins, do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
Mr. Hall, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to ask you to both please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, this claim is pretty strict. You can put your hand down, thanks. I'll just read it. The reason for this claim are Siobhan Collins hired Timothy D. Hall Jr. for a construction project on 8/1/22. She paid him $10,000 on 8/1 with check 229. On Friday, September 30th, Timothy Hall told Siobhan he was going to go to jail for not paying back child support in the amount of $5,000. Siobhan gave him $5,000 cash on Friday, September 30th, 2022. He explained it would take too long to wait for a check to clear and he needed to be a cash loan. He further stated that once he had paid the child support, he could resume the work on her house that she already paid him for. Since that time, Siobhan has sent him numerous texts asking for her money back. To this date, he has not paid her any of the $5,000 she loaned him back in September of 2022. Is that your position, Ms. Collins?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Mr. Hall, what's your position?
Your Honor, just to kind of to sum it up, really, what is stated throughout what you just read is it comes as it's only a business transaction, and there's a lot left out. Even through the text messages, there's a lot left out, and this was an intimate relationship that kind of just I shouldn't have embarked on any type of business, anything in a relationship. And what had happened here is it's not entirely the truth of what's here, but it was a relationship that went bad. So I guess where I stand, Your Honor, is if Miss Collins needs this back as bad as she does, then I would just ask, Your Honor, that we can come to a fair agreement, just given my position of what payment can be fair to
A monthly payment. All right. Well, she says you had to have the money in cash. Did she give you $5,000 cash in September of 82?
Well, Your Honor, there's no actual anything stating That's the thing. There's nothing there that states that I asked and said that any of that had to
Well, let me
transpire.
ask you a yes or no question. Did she give you $5,000 cash?
$5,000 cash, Your
All right, in $100 bills or what denomination?
Honor. In $100 bills, Your Honor.
All right, what was ostensibly that for?
Well, Your Honor, what was also left out of that was the arrangement was like half of what would be the final quote on taking on helping her redo this home. So it would have been $15,000, half of 30, which I and her had agreed to. So it would have been the 10 and 5, but we're on the 5 now that I owe her.
All right,
But this is all done, Your Honor, not businesslike. We were in a relationship.
well, yes. And so there's no promissory note, there's no recording of this. It's $5,000 cash bills. Her version is you had to have the money immediately in cash to pay your child support. And the whole thing sort of doesn't pass the smell test. It can't be a certified check, it has to be cash. Did you use any of this $5,000 to pay child support?
Yes, Your Honor.
What county?
I would, is that the important thing?
No, I guess it doesn't. You acknowledge you owe the $5,000. I'm just gonna call it at that. This has an element that reeks of larceny by false pretenses. But it's not a criminal case, it's a civil case. She let you $5,000 in $100 bills and you didn't pay it back. So you're right, maybe I'm just curious and want to know what underlies this, but the basic fact is this is a civil case, not a criminal case. She doesn't have the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, it's beyond a preponderance, and you essentially acknowledge that you owe the debt and looking for a repayment plan. If I simply enter the judgment, you would have 21 days to pay this, or she can pursue collection remedies like garnishing your wages or seizing property or that sort of thing. If we can come to a repayment agreement where you make a monthly payment, then that would preclude her from garnishing or taking other collection remedies. How much can you pay on this?
Right now, in my position, Your Honor, I don't make buku dollars. I'm not a high dollar guy. I'm being honest here if I tell you that I'm literally only looking to possibly right now, as things get better, $50 to $100 a week at most.
All right, well, I was gonna go with $250 per month. Is that acceptable, Ms. Collins?
Yes, I'm just curious if the payments aren't made or if he makes a couple and then no more payments after that, what happens?
Then what you do is you file a hearing for a discovery hearing where he's compelled to come to court and provide information about his bank accounts, his social security number, his employment, any vehicles he owns like snowmobiles or ATVs or wave runners or fishing boats, things that could be seized to pay the debt. So if he doesn't pay, then you would pursue a discovery subpoena where he'd be compelled to come physically to the courthouse and answer a series of questions. All right, I find after trial that the defendant owes $5,000, $83.50 in filing fee and $54.14 in a process serving fee for a total of $5,137.64. And in payments of $250 per month. This will take a little less than 2 years to pay this off. And Judge McManus, who preceded me, would try to get things paid within 2 years, starting May 1st. Mr. Hall, are you still on Maple Lane?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where are you employed?
I'm subcontracting right now for
All
a
right.
new,
And things pick up in the summer.
yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Collins, are you still at Cully's Trail in Portage?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I find for the plaintiff by a preponderance of the evidence that the defendant owes that amount, which was a loan which was not repaid. I don't need to get into what he did with it. In fact, it might even be dangerous for him. I'm not sure whether there's a false pretense here or not. I guess I don't need to get into the contract for construction. Simply this: court cost, bring it to 5,137.64, payable at $250 per month starting May 1st. You should make the payments directly to Ms. Collins, not to us at the court. I would suggest you use a certified check or money order so you have a receipt of each payment. Keep track of it. You can pay it sooner if you get a big tax refund or win the lottery or something. You pay it off to bring it to close. But as long as you continue to make those payments, she can't do a garnishment. If you fail to pay, she can file a motion to set aside the repayment agreement and pursue a garnishment or seizure of assets, including work tools, stuff like that. So that's very unpleasant. So $50 a week, give or take, is $250 a month. All right, so that concludes this matter. We'll send a copy of this to each of you at your mailing address. First payment is due May 1st.
So
All
he
right.
mails it to me at my home?
Correctly directed to you at your home.
Okay,
You both need to keep track of the total.
okay.
But essentially, it will take about 21 months to pay this off. 250 times 10 months is 2,500 and 2,500, and then the balance of 137.64 plus potentially any interest. All right, this matter is concluded. Mr. Hall, you got it. It just sort of is what it is. Best of luck to both of you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.